What'd you like most about that one?
I liked everything about that. Just loved our fight, man. Just loved our fight. We competed so hard on the defensive end. We knew we got, I sat in here before the game, we got two guys that nobody in the world could stop, so we'll have an issue with those guys. We got to do a really good job on everybody else. And offensively, just share the ball, everybody touch it, everybody moving, just share it. And I'm just, so happy, man, for CJ, Ellaby and Trendon. These guys just, they've been grinding. And they just, you talk about player development. And what we've done with them, with Coach Eddie has been really, really grinding in our player development stuff. And Mark Tyndall, these dudes they've just been incredible, and they never know when they're gonna play. And they get to play in a big game like this, and not only play, but just make some big moments, had some big moments.
You shouted out Rocco last night. He had an even better game tonight. What do you think about his performance? Just the way he's played lately.
I'm telling you, man, Rocco is he's just been, the dude that's how he cut his teeth in this league, on a defensive end. He's every night he's having 2 or 3 steals, 2 or 3 blocks, getting his hands. I don't know how many deflections he's getting, but not only that, I just love his aggression, his confidence with his shot making right now. That ball is swung to him, and he's got a little airspace. He's letting it go, and everybody knows that he's a knockdown shooter. So, been really happy for Rocco, because it's been up and down year. You start the season off, it was kind of rough, and then, I bring him out of the starting lineup, and I'm telling you, ever since then, it's like the pressure's kind of been off of him, and he's playing with this different sense of ease. He's been incredible, man. He really has.
Damon went out at the turn for the calendar. You guys are 3 and 2 since. I know you're pleased and happy with it. Are you surprised?
I'm really not. I mean, in the NBA, you can never underestimate anybody. These guys are here for a reason, and obviously everybody has different roles. And when your stars are playing, these, a lot of the guys that have been playing well will play, but it won't be a lot, and then their role will be different. When stars are there, you have everybody obviously deferring to the better players. Right now, we're just hooping. So I'm not surprised because I see the work that these dudes put into it every day, every game. I'm certain that nobody in the world thought that we would win this game, with the guys that we've had missing, even though they're missing some important players too. But I'm more happy than anything for our team, to be honest with you, Aaron. We've suffered a lot of losses in this building, a lot of bad losses, and to have back-to-back games where we just play the right way the entire time, and by the way, win both games is a big deal. Feels good.
You've been telling us all year about guys getting 2 feet in the paint. I feel like Ant maybe had his best game in terms of just penetrating the defense and making the right read. Would you agree kind of that was where you're at?
Yeah. Well, we know coming into this game they switch 1 through 5 a lot, so that kind of chips away at your execution sometimes. So if they're going to switch, you find a matchup you like, and then you put the onus on that guy to make the play. And Ant's been, he's been really aggressive with his jump shot lately. Obviously, his 3-ball was off, but it didn't change his aggressiveness. He got to the paint, made the proper plays. Dennis got to the paint, made the proper plays. Everybody, it was a common theme, and I just feel like when you do that in the NBA, and you collapse a defense, you end up finding shots for everybody, and it's just a fun way to play for everybody. It's just a fun way. It's a fun way to play.
11 assists for him tonight. That's his career high. How have you seen him growing as a playmaker during this stretch, particularly where he's really getting all these minutes? You talked about it last night about feeling like he can come in and play, doesn't have to worry about making mistakes, can play through them. It seems like it's really benefiting him.
Yeah, it's funny. He's picking up things so much quicker now that he's getting more minutes. For instance, there'll be some moments early in the season where I would have to wait and and watch the tape with him and show him the mistake or show him the misread. And now, boom, I could just, it's a free throw situation, I can call him over, we could talk about it real quick, and boom, he can, you know, he fixes it pretty quickly. That's impressive. That's impressive. And it's really just a, you know, it's a testament to him and how much work he's putting into it. But to see him go get a double-double, only 3 turnovers when, you know, they played him really tough tonight, it was a big-time game for him.
What did you think of that make where he was able to get it up?
I know, that was kind of a scary play, man. He was up so dang high. I don't know what that feels like. I never knew what that felt like to be that high, but it was an acrobatic finish. I hated that he missed the free throw. He did too. But that was incredible. The move, though, to get there. You know, he's just so shifty. You know, he's point A to point B really, really quick. That was big. That was big. And I mean, I'd be remiss if I ain't talk about the big shots that Ben did. Ben, I mean, shoot, man. Ben made some huge, huge shots down the stretch for us. He's just become so dependable, you know, for us every single night. So I was happy to see Ben go out there and make some big ones too.
Can you guys take this act on the road?
We'll find out. We'll find out. You know, it's good to win here. Obviously, we got a heck of a trip coming up, starting in a tough environment, you know, in Denver. We'll see. You know, I say this all the time, but you just never know every single day who's going to be playing, you know. So we're a few days away from that, so who knows what we're going to have by then.
How important was it for you guys to get so many free throws in that first quarter to start the game, too? It seems like it kind of put you on a path to have success.
Well, that's the one thing about being aggressive and you know, getting 2 feet in the paint is people start to foul you, you know, and then you pick up 3 or 4 fouls, 5. Now you can control the pace of the game because you can just stay aggressive, and now you're shooting free throws. Shooting free throws, the team is not going to get a fast break because they're either going to take it out or they're going to rebound it under the basket. Get your defense back set. So that's one of the advantages of actually being aggressive early in games is you can start to grind teams down a little bit. We didn't do it in the second quarter. They jump out there with a big quarter, get 36 points. We got a little undisciplined in that quarter, but we still stuck with it. But yeah, that's one of the reasons why you do that.
You mentioned watching tape with Ant. When you guys were sort of going over that stuff, is it, like, can you give us a sense of sort of what the reads are that he's able to make now that maybe you wasn't making when you were early in the season?
Yeah, one of the things that a great example is, okay, so he's in the pick and roll, and he struggles sometimes early on just making the gap pass if the big at his hand low. So I'm telling him, okay, read the big's hand. If it's low, then fake low, throw it high. But the pass has to get there before the rotation gets there. Now he's doing a much better job of not only reading that, but getting downhill, reading the rotation guy coming from Nurk and hitting the cross pass. You know, so yeah, he's just growing, man. It's been fun to watch his development. Him and Nas, man, those dudes are. I'm happy and proud of both of them. All good. Y'all ain't got nothing for me on this long trip? Y'all ain't got no help for me? Y'all take care, man.